So sweet and innocent, so small, fluffy and cute. How could someone abandon this kitten in the middle of the street in today's video? We'll find out how the passers-by reacted to such an awful sight. There were people passing by, but no one even tried to help the poor thing. Everyone just kept walking past her without paying any attention. Can you imagine how scary it must have been for the tiny kitten? But thankfully, there was a woman who couldn't just walk past the kitten without helping her. The woman took the kitten into her arms and began to stroke her. Finally, someone had noticed her. The kitten purred loudly. The kitten looked very much like a ball of wool. Such fluffy kittens are so cute. That's why the woman decided not to leave the kitten on the street. Now she'll definitely grow up and become a beautiful cat if, of course, she survives. Tiny little paws, pink nose, big green eyes, soft fur. What a cutie. Just look at her. This is definitely a very friendly kitten. So sweet. People passing by only slowed their pace a little, but they still didn't stop. No one wanted to take a closer look at what was lying in the middle of the road. And most importantly, no one wanted to help the kitten. It's simply cruel to abandon a living being like that, especially since the kitten was still so small and all alone. You can't just leave such a tiny creature to fend for itself. However, the woman understood perfectly well that it wasn't the first time that she'd found herself in such a situation. The woman had already saved several kittens from certain death, so she knew how important it was to make the right decision at that moment. If the kitten remained on the street, cars could easily run over her. That's exactly what happened to her brothers and sisters. The woman only hoped that this time she would be able to find the kitten a new home. It wasn't easy to do, but eventually she managed to get the kitten's attention. All the other passers-by failed to do that. They probably thought that the kitten was some kind of toy that had been abandoned on the street. But the woman knew that it was a living creature. And even though it was hard to believe, the kitten felt it too. She sensed that the woman really wanted to help her, and she responded with purrs. At least she liked touching the kitten. The woman was delighted because this meant that the animal liked her and wasn't afraid of her. That was a very good sign. After petting the kitten for a few more minutes, the woman made the decision to take it home. She wanted to give the kitten milk and warm it up a bit. The woman picked up the kitten and put it in her bag. Then she went home. The woman lived in a small apartment building, but despite this, she was always ready to help those in need. Besides the kitten, she had 2 cats and a dog at home, but none of them were against the idea of adopting a new family member. When the woman came home, she immediately gave the kitten milk. It was so cute. The kitten lapped up the milk with her little pink tongue. The woman was very happy to see that the kitten was feeling better after drinking the milk. She was so tiny, but at the same time, so strong-willed. The woman called the kitten Lucy because she seemed to be a real miracle to her. Every day the kitten got bigger and stronger. She started to behave like a real little kitty. She loved playing with balls and chasing her own tail. She also got along great with the woman's other pets. They didn't mind sharing their food with the little kitten. And Lucy was always happy to play with her new friends. The woman spent a lot of time playing with Lucy and grooming her. Every evening, before going to bed, the kitten would cuddle up to the woman, purring loudly. Looking at the changes in Lucy, the woman realized that she hadn't just saved a kitten, she'd gained a true friend. The kitten was full of energy. She was always running around the house, jumping out of closets and hiding under blankets. She loved climbing the curtains and napping in high places. Lucy was very curious and smart. She quickly learned how to open doors and often surprised the woman by entering her bedroom in the morning. Even when Lucy grew up, she never stopped being affectionate. She loved cuddling and being petted, especially behind her ears. When Lucy was 6 months old, she began to go outside for the first time. She was still a little kitten, but she was already a very beautiful and graceful cat. And even though Lucy loved spending time outdoors, she always came back home in the evenings. She was very friendly and sociable. She liked meeting new people and other animals. One day, Lucy brought a kitten over to the woman's house. It turned out that this was her first prey. Lucy was so proud of herself. Since then, the woman often found mice and other small animals brought to her by Lucy. As Lucy grew older, she became calmer and more relaxed. She still loved playing, but she preferred taking naps in sunny spots to active games. Although Lucy was an indoor cat, she still enjoyed exploring the outside world. She loved sitting by the window and watching birds and squirrels. Sometimes she would even try to hunt them. But she was never successful, despite her hunting instincts. Lucy was a kind and gentle cat. She never fought with other animals and always got along well with everyone around her. Lucy lived a long and happy life. She passed away at the age of 18. Throughout her life, she remained a loving and affectionate cat, and the woman was grateful to have had her in her life. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button. Thank you for your support. See you soon. Bye.